Right? Shalom, shalom. Right? We are the real Hebrew Israelites, according to the Bible. The 12 patriarchs, 12 out of the 12 sons of Jacob. All right? The sons of Jacob. All right? We come week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of Babylon. Right? America, known in the Bible as Babylon the Great. All right? The daughter of Babylon. All right? Of Sodom and Egypt. Okay? But first, before we start, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. Shalom and salutations to the Akim, right, the elect of the nation of Israel that are scattered across the four corners of the earth, especially the men that are teaching the truth, the 100% truth, according to Great Millstone doctrine. Shalom. All right? A lot of things are happening in the news. All right? Prophecy is jumping off the page right about now. Okay? You have tensions between the kingdoms, right? That, as it said in Matthew the 24th chapter, kingdoms are going to rise against kingdoms. All right? And we see the tension growing and increasing, right, day by day, week after week. All right? Chariot sightings are being reported, okay? And a lot of more things that are happening in the earth. Currently, the Lord have his prophets out on the highways spreading this gospel. Let me get that at the gospel of the kingship, y'all. It's Matthew 24 and, 14, 11, something like that. You know, the Lord has his prophets currently out on the highways continuing to pump the prophecies, man. Okay? Because all hell is getting ready to break loose in Babylon. And we're seeing the signs. The Lord came on the scene and taught and told us that these are the signs. He taught us what the signs will be. Right? So when he comes, we'll know the coming of his return, man. And right now you should be watching for the prophecy to come to pass. Right? But he said that the kingdom first will have to go through the four corners of the earth. And then it's going to end. Okay?
This is Matthew 24 in Greek. It says, and he sat upon the mount of Olives. The disciple came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming, and the end of the world?
Now, the end of the world meaning the age. Okay? Aeon is that meaning of worlds that is recorded in Matthew 24. Aeons, meaning the end of an age. Or rulership. And we're approaching the end of Esau, Edom, rulership, man. The so-called white man known in the Bible as Esau, Edom. Okay? He's currently in the rulership right now. And he's known as the wicked in the Holy Scriptures. And the Lord told us to watch out for particular signs that mark the end of Esau, Edom world. Okay? Aeons. Then read that one, run that back real quick.
Matthew 24 and 3. And it reads, and he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall be these things, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming, and the end of the world?
Right, read on.
And Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you.
Right, because you got a lot of deception that's taking place in the earth right now. You got men that are breaking down the prophecy the wrong way. You got the fake Jews, the elite families saying that they have found the Messiah. Right? You have all type of deception going on. Right? But the Lord already told, his men, these are the signs to watch out for. This is how you know I'm about to get ready to turn. This is what marked the end of the age. All right? Read on.
It says, verse 3, verse 5. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am anointed,
Right?
and shall deceive many.
Right?
And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye not be troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
Okay, all these things must come to pass. Which means that, hey, the tension that you see between the nations, you know, the sightings of UFOs, Jacob's trouble, okay? All these things must come to pass, and then the end shall come. So prophecy have to be fulfilled, is basically what's being said. You know, then these things must come to pass. Then the so-called white man will be taken out of power, taken out of position, right? Which own this current world right now. Read on.
Verse 6. Ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
Right?
See that ye not be troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
Okay, rumors of wars are happening right now. Okay? You got Germany, right? And who else? What's the other country that's sending aid in Ukraine? That's bringing that third world's war.
NATO is sending tanks, missiles, and other aid, you know, to Ukraine. You know, meanwhile, Russia's looking upon it and saying, yo, that's really an act of war.
Right?
You know, that's really an act of war when you aiding my enemy.
Right.
And NATO, you know, being against Russia, you know, that's the whole reason why NATO was really created, right? To keep Russia at bay, to surround it on all sides. And Russia, you know, wanted to join NATO at one point, but, you know, NATO refused, you know, because they had taken over Russia in their sights, you know.
So that's happening right now, currently right now, rumors of wars, and it's going to lead to, right, the day of the Lord, right? Meaning what? The ancient wars back then was fought with men, you know, in an ancient style, man. You know, horses and shields and swords and arrows, bow and arrows, right? But nowadays, in the future, war is going to take place different. It's going to be with burnings and fuels of fire. All right, the Esau Edom have perfected the sword, which we today call the what? An ICBM missile, right? There's these threats that you're seeing being made, right? Between Russia and China, right? Turkey joined the Soviet Union. That was, you know, treaties made between Turkey. And that goes into Ezekiel 38. It says in Ezekiel 38 that Gumar, which is Turkey, would join the Soviet Union. Right. So prophecy has been fulfilled right now, man.
Gomar and Magog.
And Magog.
Together at the end. Yeah. You know, which is Turkey and Russia. Right.
The Euphrates River is drying up. So all the signs that the Lord told us would happen, you know, is coming to pass right now. But whoever had an eyesight to see it, we see it. You know, which the elect will receive. They will be able to have the eyesight, right? Which is a cleaner agent. So we'll be able to see clearly. So we won't be able to see. Which we're preparing our spirit to deal with the things that are getting ready to happen. We're building our faith and trust in the Lord to be able to protect us when these troublous times appear. Which right now we're in the time of trouble. All right, but it's going to increase more to where your average Jake or your average Billy Bob, you know, so-called white man, they're going to see it verbatimly. It's going to hit them in the face. But right now, everybody is still at ease because they still have their goods at their fingertips. They still be able to go out and party and go through drive-thrus and go to parties and concerts. So they're not able to see what the men of the Lord is coming to warn everybody about. Jeremiah was ordained to be a prophet unto the nations, which means everyone will get a chance to hear, man. Why? Because the Lord spread it, his prophets around the four corners of the earth to do what? Prophesy his word, man. So it won't be no excuse. So whether you see the things that are happening or not is determined upon the Lord. The deceiver and the deceiver is here. And currently the Lord has his prophets out telling you the things that's coming to pass. Okay? You got brothers that are what? Breaking the prophecies down the wrong way. Saying the mark of the beast ain't no microchip. It's sin, right? It's spiritual. It's whatever, everything else but what it is. Okay? And in order for you to understand, the Lord has to open up your mind for you to go out and research more and more. Okay? Our elders gave us a great foundation for us to do the work on our own. To see that it's not hard, really it's easy. It's not hard to see that the sea here is the mark of the beast. Look at the way that system is headed. CBDC, central banking, they're getting ready to crash these banks, man. They're getting ready to, look, if you can see the setup around you, man. You walk in these stores and, man, they got vending machines that you have to use, you have to scan.
Right.
Scan your hand.
Just this past week, companies in Alabama. Alabama is like one of the lowest, it's slow as hell, Alabama. But they actually trying to pass a bill, to where companies cannot force employees to take a chip. You know what I'm saying? And this is in Alabama.
Mm-hmm. So,
you know what I'm saying? Like, that's one of the slowest economies, in the US of A right now. So if they trying to do it, and if you remember, who was it? Joe Biden himself, okay? When he was a senator, said that by the end of your term, Chief of Justice, you will rule if it's lawful to put a chip in somebody. So here it is, more and more you hear, they're trying to normalize this whole idea of putting a chip in somebody.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Right. This may not even be for them to actually, do it and go through with it. But the idea of putting it in your ear constantly, it's gradually making you desensitized to, the rejection of it. They normalize it right in front of your face through gradualism. You know what I mean?
So it's not hard to see. It's not, but the ones who are not teaching it correctly, you just weren't giving the 100% truth.
You don't have that proper doctrine.
All right? And how are you preparing, man? If you don't believe it, how are you preparing? How are you preparing your spirit, to go against this, man? You don't believe that shit. You are subject to receive it when you're put under harsh conditions. Okay? That already been broken down with perfection, man. Brothers got a numerous amount of videos going into a deep understanding of the word charagma. You break that down, you go into the word corrects. All that stuff have been broken down for you to be able to see it. They made it easy for you to see it. But if you can't get it, that's because the Most High don't want you to get it. Because you most likely be one of those ones that's receiving it, lest the Heavenly Father have mercy on you. And then the scriptures say also that men are going to be sacrificed, for not receiving the mark of the beast. Okay, explain that. Go explain that. If you want to go into that real quick, Revelations 20 and 4. Just a quick, a quick hit, just showing you that men are going to die for not, receiving that mark, man. They're going to die they're going to stand firm. They're going to get their reward, when they come back with the Heavenly Father. Right? So it's going to be men sacrificed for it. And then you're going to have men that the Lord protect so they won't get it. Okay? Bring that up.
Revelations 20 and 4. And I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded.
That was what?
That were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua and for the word of the Most High, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Yahushua 1,000 years.
So this is the elect who are not bowing down to any of the image, right? It said the image, the mark, right? And what else it say?
The image, the mark, and not worship the beast.
And not worship the beast. Okay, so no, which all of it is in sequence with each other. You know, there's going to be soul sacrifice, not to receive that mark, man, to stand stiffly in the name. You know, you want to get in and
you know, when it speaks about the image, okay, and it speaks about the mark, okay, the image is really like in another part of Revelations, it says gave life to the image of the beast. You know, the technology, you know what I'm saying, is what gives life to the image of the beast. But receiving the chip is like that seal that seals you for death. You know, once you take that, you can't come back from it. You know what I mean? That's basically like us receiving that karak. I mean that karaks. That tawab. Salaki. That tawab. Yeah, so that seal that we receive, Lord willing, we be of those men, okay? That exempt us from judgment. Well, this mark right here, when you take it, that see here, it seals you for judgment. You see, so it works both ways.
The tawab, man, is you know, exempt from judgment, man.
Right.
And really, this knowledge is what sealed us to be exempt from judgment, being chosen from the foundation. Because the elect is going to be sealed with the knowledge.
Right.
You know.
And we coming up on Passover. You know, matter of fact, this evening right here will be the first of the year. New Moon Shabbat.
Right.
Okay.
Shabbat Shalom, by the way.
Shabbat Shalom. You know, so in Passover, you know, we had to smear the blood on our household. You see what I'm saying? In the same sense, that was a sign for the death angel to pass over us. That was a mark. That was a tawar. You know what I'm saying? So it'll pass over us. In the same sense, this knowledge and this truth, when we're sealed with it, you know, that tells the death angel, you know, to, according to Ezekiel 9:7, to pass over. We're exempt from judgment.
That death angel was Yahushua. He was known as the destroyer. The same angel that's going to come back and deliver us from the judgment.
Right.
You know, on his chariots. You know. So, hey, that blood, and today that blood was the sacrifice of Yahushua. He came later on in the future. Right? And shed his blood for the world, man.
That's fulfillment of prophecy.
Yep. Yep. Isaiah 53, he was wounded for our transgression. Okay? So Yahushua is that ticket, you know, to the kingdom, man. The ticket to be on that above the firmament, you know, watching the destruction of Babylon. Okay? There's no other way. He's the door. You know, he has the key to the kingdom. Okay? But currently in the earth right now, he's giving us this knowledge through the men that were set up before us to understand the prophecy. We'll understand what the MOTD is. We'll understand who the enemy is. Okay? Just the understanding of who we are. You know, the knowledge of being brought back to who we are, man. That's sealing us, man. Right. And that's why we come out, you know, in diligence to come and warn our enemies and warn, you know, the nation of Israel. Everybody is being warned right now. Right. Okay?
Even the heathen.
Right, even the heathens. Okay, and that's why they shook up, because, you know, they tried to stop this, man. They trying to ban they not trying, they abandoning videos.
Right.
All right, they're getting ready to push their what is it? Where you not being able to prophesy, like being able to freedom of speech. Right. All, you know, they abandoned it. They're getting ready to ban freedom of speech, man.
And that proves they the wicked, man, because like this is just like, you know, like they did with the natives. You know, they made treaties with the natives and they didn't fulfill none of it. So you know, they give you freedom of speech, but then they put restrictions on your speech, which means you ain't free to speak.
Right.
You know, really.
Right.
It's a false narrative they always give you,
Yeah,
to make you feel like you got freedom, but really you enslaved because they put that muzzle on your mouth, man.
right. That's how you know that we're coming out with the truth. And another thing, why they not claiming to be Egyptian? Why they not claiming all these other? We know that the so-called white man is putting all releasing religion into his system.
Right.
But look who is he claiming to be? He claiming to be us.
Right.
Out of all the people, he told us who we are. He told us we were Ham, right? You got brothers walking around talking about they Islam, they Moors. They ain't claiming to be all that. They claiming to be Jews. They claiming to be the true people of Israel, which we know that's the furthest thing from the truth. Okay, that's how you know that we're the prophets. You know, we're coming out with the 100% truth. We were the ones, you know, first our elders warning you about the mark of the beast.
Right.
The Lord said before he set up his prophets, right before they spring forth, he tell you of them. Isaiah 42:9. Right? You have to point back to us, the Israelites, the men of the